lull you into a state of relaxation or sleep through ASMR. Now, today's video is going to be very casual because I really just wanted to come on here and talk with you all because so much has happened this December and a lot of my videos were pre-recorded so that I wouldn't leave you hanging. So I've done an upload 2 times a week for December instead of 3 because my fiancé and I planned a trip where he proposed to me. So now he's my fiancé and not my boyfriend. I always forget to say that, but basically, rewind, this past summer, we planned to go on a trip within Canada to BC with my other sister as well and her boyfriend, and that got cancelled. I was supposed to be proposed to during that trip, so my boyfriend had it in his head to propose to me on holiday, you can say, to make it extra special. So because that got cancelled, we really tried very hard to go on an overseas vacation because due to the current climate that we're living in, we haven't traveled together in our over 2 years of dating. So fast forward now, it's December, just after my birthday and pretty much right after his as well. So around, I would say the 6th or 7th or something of December, we booked our trip to France. We wanted to also go to Germany and see Christmas markets in Germany because it's always been a dream of mine, but because of the current climate that we're living in, some of the German Christmas markets were closed. So we kept it simple and a little bit safer, and we just stuck to one country, so we did France. I really want to show him Italy, the country that my family is from, basically, but I really want to show him that hopefully when it's safer, maybe in the summertime and so on and so forth. So we did France because France looked beautiful for Christmas. So I've never booked an overseas trip in less than 5 days, and that's exactly what we did. It was crazy. So I quickly filmed a bunch of videos for you all and pre-uploaded them, and I could only do 2 a week because I just didn't have the time to film anymore. So thank you all for bearing with me, but I wanted to get that settled first, and then we went ahead and we did all of the bookings for the trip. So we planned a 10-day vacation in France. We did, I believe, half of that in Paris, and then we divided the last half between Strasbourg and Lyon in France. Now, I've already been to Paris and Strasbourg before, but never Strasbourg in the Christmas time, so I was so excited to do that. And my boyfriend, now fiancé, has never been to France, so it was really beautiful and wonderful. I couldn't believe the feeling of being on a plane again for the first time in basically 2 years. It was incredible, incredible. So I feel like my mind is so jumbled. Hopefully just bear with me. So we get to Paris on the 10th, and it was our first day, and we explored and we wandered around, and it was beautiful. The next day, the day of the 11th, we woke up. I knew that this would happen. It's hard to keep something from each other when you're a couple that basically you're like twins, you know, you're so in sync. So I essentially knew it was coming, but I didn't know how or maybe exactly when, but I knew I would get proposed to on this vacation because I knew that he wanted to do it for a while. So the day of the 11th, we woke up, we got dressed really cute because it was our first full day in Paris. And so my boyfriend took me directly to this spot, and I could tell he was like buying some time, you know. So, anywho, this photographer comes, but I didn't even notice. I just quickly noticed, and then I quickly see my my boyfriend like starting to get down on one knee, and I'm just like shocked. So he's proposing to me, and as he's saying these things, I'm sort of like blanking out. Like I don't even remember what he was saying. I just remember like a little bit, some things. Anyway, long story short, I said yes. Then he hired a photographer to take pictures of us during the proposal and after, and this was all with the Eiffel Tower in the backdrop. And then right after the photographer, he whisked me away to this dinner on the Seine River by this Michelin star chef, Alain Ducasse. And it was so beautiful and so romantic, and we were on such a high. And I didn't expect to cry during the proposal because I kind of knew it was coming, but I cried. I cried because I was just so emotional, because it was like, something that you dream of as a little girl, and it was happening to me, For some reason, I've always been more excited for the proposal than for the wedding. I don't know why that is, but... So it was like my fairy tale proposal. It was so incredible. And it was essentially our first trip together outside of Canada, and it was just fantastic. So that day was gorgeous. I even like teared up a little bit during the lunch on the Seine because it was so romantic, and I could just tell that he put so much thought and effort into everything, and it was just so beautiful, when you just like feel, I don't know, guilty, not guilty, but like when someone is so cute and sweet and you're just like, I don't know, you feel bad, I don't know. So it was just like incredible, and it was everything I ever wanted. And it was just so much all at once, because since the trip that we were supposed to take during the summertime was cancelled, we had to book this trip last minute because of restrictions and closures and this and that. I didn't want to book a trip only to have it get cancelled again. It's too much heartache for me. And if you guys don't know, before the current climate that we're living in, I was like always traveling. I love to travel. I would go to Italy pretty much every single year, so this pandemic was quite challenging, especially since this is a new relationship for me and we had never gone anywhere together. And I was thinking, like, I need to travel with my person, So we just had an incredible trip from Paris to Strasbourg, which is like the most beautiful Christmas town you've ever seen. It's stunning. They call it the capital of Noel. It's incredible. And then Lyon, where we just ate non-stop at every bouchon you can imagine. So traveling during this current climate is difficult because you have to get tested before you leave, and then you have to get tested before you come back into the country, and then sometimes you even have to get tested when you get back into the country. So much stress with that too, but so anyways, I wanted to show you the ring because it's so beautiful. This was like the ring of my dreams. Sorry, I had to get it to focus, but he did incredible. It is exactly what I wanted, and obviously because we have a twin connection, he knew exactly what I wanted. So I was so happy with this. So during the proposal, I just quickly glanced at the ring. I didn't really even look at it, and then I remember him telling me, like, look at the ring. I really hope I'm in focus because this camera, I don't know, maybe it's dirty from all my travels, but so he was telling me, he's like, look at the ring. So then I looked at it and I was like, this is incredible. So needless to say, during my trip I had like anxiety sleeping with this ring because I'm not the type of person to sleep with jewelry on. As soon as I get home, I just take it off, and I like to be comfortable and free. So I had anxiety during my trip that if I took it off I would lose it, so I kept it on the whole time pretty much. Fearful of this thing. So it's very strange to say, but I'm a fiancé, so that's so exciting. Now I just want to elope and call it a day because I'm not excited for planning a wedding. I've never been that type of person, but the proposal was something that was like straight out of a fairy tale. In Paris by the Eiffel Tower. It was our first trip together. It was just incredible. He had a photographer capture the moment, so I'm going to maybe insert a few pictures, but I showed you all a picture, I think while I was actually on vacation. I think I shared it to the community tab. And you're all so sweet wishing me a congratulations. Oh my gosh. This is why I wanted to sit down with you like a friend would and just talk about it, because I feel like, in all honesty, I don't have that many friends. I'm not someone who like shares their life story with someone and like, I don't know, I'm just not that kind of person. I'm more guarded. But I feel like this community here, you are all so welcoming and just, I don't know, it's like you're just incredible. And I feel like we're friends, and that gives me like such a comforting feeling inside. I feel very comforted by your presence. So when you guys leave me comments and write to me and interact with things, it just makes me so happy. So I knew I wanted to sit down with you and explain where I've been, talk about my proposal, and just share the news with you all. So that aside, it was just incredible. We had an incredible trip together, and we came back, and I was really looking forward to celebrating with my family. And I did celebrate with my sisters and their boyfriends and things like that, but Christmas was not what any of us expected. We usually do it on my mom's side one day and then on my dad's side the other day. So we were supposed to do Christmas Eve with my mom's family, but because of the current climate, we couldn't do it. And maybe it was better off because so many people ended up getting sick. Oh my gosh. Everyone is fine, thank God, but so Christmas Eve was just a last minute thing that my sisters and our boyfriends and fiancés, we organized to just have like Christmas Eve dinner here. So my sister and I cooked Christmas Eve dinner for my other sister as well and their boyfriends' fiancés. And it was the first Christmas Eve that I didn't see my mom, so it was so weird. Then the next day we were supposed to do a Christmas brunch with my dad. Well, today I had the Christmas brunch. It's the day after Christmas as I'm filming this. And so that was cancelled because Luna was sick. So Christmas Eve she was a little bit sick and I had pain medication, so I gave her some. And she was okay. She was eating and she was drinking and she was going to the bathroom, so she was okay. She just was very stiff, like her stomach was very stiff, and she was very, like, if you touched her the wrong way, she would even squeal. So that gave me so much anxiety, but she slept through the night because of the pain medication. But the next morning, she was sick, so Nikita and I rushed to the emergency with her. You don't know how difficult this was to do on Christmas Day because the emergency rooms were full, because not that many were open due to the Christmas hours. Oh my God. Long story short, we ended up finally getting into one. Luna is okay, but she has potentially, most likely, a slip disc, which can happen to her because Luna is her own worst enemy. She refuses to walk on floor that doesn't have carpet. So sometimes as she's walking in between, she'll make herself slip. Oh my God. So I think that she was maybe hurting herself because of that. So like her back would constantly, who knows if it just slipped on its own. She could have slipped. I don't know. I'm not quite sure because she's never fallen. She doesn't walk up the stairs, so there was really no way that she would have hurt her back, but I think she ended up hurting it. That was the conclusion, which makes sense because she was still eating and drinking, but when she went to the bathroom, she looked like she was in a bit of pain. So most likely a slip disc. Long story short, but she's on medication and she's feeling much better. Can you see her? She's with me. I think Luna knew I was talking about her, so now she's sitting on my lap because she was starting to bark. Long story short, I'm petting her, if you can hear that. Long story short, she's fine. She's on medication, but she has to relax for a good 3 weeks. She's a young dog. She's only 3.5, so it's very strange that she'd have back injury, considering she doesn't particularly do much throughout the day. She's very lethargic, you can say. So, I'm really happy she's home with me and she's not at the vet's office, but I was just thinking that she's licking me, that sometimes things don't go according to plan, so that either something better can happen or so that it can give you a little bit of perspective. So, my cancelled trip to BC was at the time, so tragic, but something much better happened. I ended up going to France and Paris. So that was incredible, and something bad happened with Luna on Christmas Day, having to be taken to the vet's, but it gave me the perspective to really appreciate the times that she is in good health. You know, we take these things for granted. If you have a pet, there's nothing worse than having them be sick and you don't even know what's wrong with them. So it just made me appreciate just all the times that life is good. You know, sometimes we say we're bored, there's nothing to do, whatever, but honestly, it's so much better to be bored than to be suffering. When I was at the emergency clinic, I'm pretty sure I saw someone put their dog down or have to put their dog down. My light just went off. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, because I was thinking about my dog Summer and this light beside me just went off. My camera wants to focus on this light behind me now that the light went off. I'm just gonna go like this the whole time, but no, basically, that same clinic that I went to with Luna was the clinic that I had to go to put my dog Summer down. So, yeah, I was telling my boyfriend, well, my fiancé, this is so triggering being here, especially for Christmas Day, because I'm pretty sure I saw a family have to put their dog down. Oh my gosh. My heart just breaks for them. So, although it felt really bad to be at the emergency hospital for Luna during Christmas, on Christmas Day, and cancel my brunch, people have it so much worse. So, if you have a little pet, hold them tightly because they're so precious. Their lives are so short. And honestly, nothing is worse than when they're in poor health. So, I'm petting little Luna as we speak. So although that happened to Luna, I'm just really thankful that I have her home with me and that she has the ability to recover. I don't know what this video is turning into. I'm just rambling, talking. But anyway, I just wanted to say, if you're not having the best of holidays, or if you can't see your family members, or I don't know, you didn't get what you wanted this year, who knows? I mean, life could always be worse. Believe me, even though it could be better, it could always be worse. So, take the time to appreciate the life that you do have. I'm sure if you're able to watch this video right now, in the comfort with a roof under your head, you have so much to be grateful and thankful for. So, we should stop being so hard on ourselves and our lives. And yeah, the world is crazy. You know, this was not the kind of Christmas that I envisioned coming back to, but I'm so happy to have been able to travel when I did and have a beautiful proposal and now be home with my dog, who's well enough to be a little grump on my lap. So I just wanted to say I appreciate you all so much, and I hope that you're doing well, and I wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Thank you for putting up with my 2 videos a week. Come January, it's going to go back to 3 videos a week. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I'm so happy to have just had this ability to sit down, relax with you all, and share the news. Bye. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this could relax you or maybe even put you to sleep. And I do apologize because I can see that this video is going in and out of focus, so I apologize for that as well, but hopefully the audio is enjoyable. So, bye from Luna and I. She's a little... You want to say something? Nothing, no? You don't want to say anything? Okay. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. You're so beautiful. You're posing so nicely. You look so sweet on the camera. I love you so much. I love you.